Hey. We almost named this Down to Earth.
We could put it in the bio. Like, hey, let's get down to earth.
I do not know everything, but I feel like I've been here before.
I do.
Whoa.
In the future, it feel like I was sent to save a soul.
Save a soul.
Yeah.
I'm never lonely. I
Thank HUNU Soda for
Keeping me company.
Yeah, I'm content with life.
I appreciate the wife. I know she in love with me.
I know that she in love
Yeah,
with
my
me.
only advice.
The world ain't nice, so go ahead and keep some heat. Whoa.
Inspire your friends, the fires within.
That's how you
conquer the
That's how you conquer that bitch.
That's how you conquer that bitch.
The minivan got the word on the street.
Woo!
Giving out free HUNU Soda. Don't throw your shade at me.
I'm off the coffee. I'm off the caffeine cup. All right. This is episode 5. Who knew? The show. The question is, who knew? I think that you know that we knew. So, Braben, top 10 worst places to be trapped.
That's a good one. Oh, man. Okay, number 10. Top 10 worst places to be trapped. Number 10, I'm going to make it an easy one and just say quicksand.
That's simple. Number 9, I would say school.
Like a master's degree program?
Not like elementary.
Like you're a fifth year, like elementary school.
Elementary.
Yeah, you are pretty much trapped.
Yeah, like that's 8 hours of trap.
You're pretty much trapped at that point.
That's the trap.
In a conversation with somebody that you don't like. Someone that just got no flavor.
No sauce.
You have to be talking to them. For example, like you have to be talking to like your accountant and you're just like, all right, what are we talking about here? Your accountant's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out Erica.
Shout out Erica. Yeah, she said she's going to call us today, by the way.
Let's go.
Number 7,
Closer.
I would say next to a person who's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Your lungs won't appreciate that either.
No, and it smells horrible.
What number is this?
6.
6. In an elevator. In an elevator, for sure. That would suck.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I got my next one, too.
I'll say a dirty stall
Have you been stuck in a dirty stall?
/ porta potty.
Oh.
That'll be a horrible
Like at a
place.
music festival, and you're like, how bad do I really need to go to the bathroom right now?
Toilet paper down.
Ooh. Dirty job.
Don't let that sploosh
Yeah.
back up. Bloop.
For the Titanic.
I thought about that.
The Titanic. In one of like the lower hotel rooms, you got to go all the way up, and water's just coming in. You know that water's cold too.
That's trash.
Yeah,
well,
not lit. Not lit.
I feel like so that number 4 would lead to my number 3. I would say the ocean. Being trapped on a lifeboat in the middle of the ocean.
And that leads to my number 3, submarine.
Ooh.
That's one of my least favorite like
Possible deaths.
nightmares. Is like you are. What? How far deep are they? 500,
All the way.
600 nautical knots.
A bottom of the ocean.
Goodness gracious.
Number 1 worst place to be trapped would be Epstein Island.
Yeah. Out
That
there.
would be number 1 worst place to
Yeah.
be trapped on Earth.
The terrible tropics.
Yeah.
The villainous village. The
vile venom.
wacky waves of Epstein's Island.
Nope.
No, thank you.
We're not doing it.
I'm skipping that trip. We got a beautiful show in front of us.
Let's go, man.
Let's get right into the HUNU segments today.
Yeah.
We got our index cards.
I got mine.
Dan, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I have a beautiful topic to kind of talk about, and it's based around the fact of aliens today. I love aliens. I know that they're real. What they are, we don't know. But this leads us to our topic, right? The U.S. government says aliens are real. There is a report called the UAP, which stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon, where it is the intelligence tracking all of the weird, wonky things that happen either in space, but get this.
Weird wonky.
But get this. Most of UFO sightings on this report are traced to the ocean, which is the question.
Oh my gosh.
Why is the ocean undiscovered? And could this be where aliens are hiding?
Yes, 100%. That's my opinion on that. Especially these. Have you heard of the story of the commander of the commander of the Navy talk about his experience with these UAPs?
No.
He was on Joe Rogan. Like, I'm going to send this to you after this. He did a 2-hour conversation, and he's the commander of the Navy. The commander. And he's flying jet. He's also a pilot. Flying jets. Talk about someone who is probably not going to be lying. Like, there's people that are definitely liars, for sure. My family is military family. They're not lying for no, like, they're just not going to lie.
Yeah.
They just won't say anything. They're not going to lie to you. This dude comes out and talks about a full experience of this little white Tic Tac thing. I know you guys have probably seen that video, especially if you're a UFO lover or fanatic or whatever. And he talks about how this thing would fly in the air as easily as, like, moving, like, I don't know, like those old whiteboards that you used to have that were like electronic and you wanted to calibrate it for your teacher. Like, literally just that's how easy it would be for this thing to move around. And then he said it would disappear because it would go straight into the ocean and it would come out the ocean as if the ocean wasn't even affecting it at all.
That's crazy to think about.
And it's only out there in the ocean, out there where only jets can get. So
what would that look like? Even to, like,
oh man, I wish I could see that.
Some you know how ants have, like, these crazy in-depth colonies under the ground. When they pour cement in them, they can see what it actually is. I wonder if aliens have just as much, skyscrapers.
What if they're small? What if they're really, really small? Really, 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 really small?
Really, really, really small.
Yeah, what if they're just tiny guys?
Why are we afraid of them then, daggone it?
Maybe that allows them to build better technology because of how small they are. Maybe being big is not an advantage.
Yeah, I don't know. That I definitely it raises question.
Well, look at it. You have look how far we can go in outer space. Indefinitely.
Yeah.
We can go indefinitely outer space. We can't. There's a certain point in the ocean that if we go past in anything that we've ever built,
crushes us.
Ocean Gate, the Ocean Gate guy, just
right.
So we.
Could it be Cap? Pressure. Up. So yeah, I think
incinerated.
So like what? Yeah, exactly. And it's like I understand pressure is real. You have all that water on top of you. It's gonna make sense that it's a lot of pressure. I think in one of the episodes you talked about the possibility of the ocean being home to, like, portals or potentially something where you could travel to other parts of different continents through the ocean. I feel like that
or
would
different parts of space.
Or different parts of space.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, like, think about it. If aliens go to space into the ocean, then it must make sense that there's something that we're missing.
And we can't get there. There's nothing we can do to prove it yet.
We can't go underwater.
We can't build something that's strong enough to go underwater yet. And every time we do, we send, like, a little probe with a camera. Think about it. It's completely pitch black, just like space, by the way. Completely pitch black. Yeah, I don't know. That ocean has...
It's a little scary, bro. Top 10. It made our top 10 scariest places to be stranded.
Right. We didn't say space. We didn't say anything about being trapped in space,
which is still scary.
Which is still scary if you're, like, floating off, but...
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. It's a good stat, too. I want to know what the stat is. Here, we're going to pull up ChatGPT.
Who knew GB? Who knew GB is our personal assistant today? She's helping us.
Hey, HUNU chat. What percentage of the Earth's ocean is currently undiscovered?
What percentage of the Earth's ocean is currently undiscovered? That was the question.
Right now, over 99.99% of the deep ocean floor remains unexplored by humans. In fact, less than 0.001% has been visually observed. Even though the deep ocean covers most of the planet, the area we've directly seen is about the size of Rhode Island. This means there's a massive portion of Earth's largest ecosystem that
99.9%?
We don't know anything.
We don't know anything about it. So I thank you for bringing up that topic.
We don't know.
We don't know nothing.
We don't know nothing. Which is, yeah, I mean, it's kind of frustrating a little bit. I want to know. I want to know what the heck is.
I want to know.
I want to know.
Will you be my girl? Dun, 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 dun. That was a great topic.
Yeah,
Great topic. Great topic. I'm going to switch it over to something else. Kind of interesting as well. I don't know if I want to say sad or not, but did you know this study? Since the year 2000, the autism rates in America has gone from 1 in 150 kids to 1 in 31 children since the year 2000. That is an insane increase, and that's across America. And then also in California, it's 53 in 1,000, so that's every 1 in 19 kids in California being diagnosed with autism. You think that's awareness? Like our medical diagnosis are just more aware. We have better technology, so the amount of so we're able to, I don't know, diagnose it better, is better healthcare, or is there something deeper there? Is there actually an increase happening?
Opinion. I don't think it is research is getting better and people have always been autistic. It seems as though DNA is changing in humans. There are a lot of birth defects and more common defects than how it used to be. The question is why? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of food, diet, air quality, possibly effects of things that we're just using that we don't have enough time to research, like what is a phone doing to someone's mind?
Year 2000, year of the internet bubble. That's interesting. And it goes from 1 in 150 to 1 in 31 kids.
What do you think?
We work. Oh, I think it's diet. I think it's also. I think it's going to be mostly diet, mostly like
The food we're eating.
the food we're eating, the microplastics that are in our systems from all of the processed packaged goods and stuff like that is in our system. I don't know what the microplastics rate is, but maybe that's another topic one day. But microplastics are in everything, and I don't know. What if we're evolving?
That part too, and I've heard about that. There's I read this book. It was about these things called indigo children, and it was pretty much his take of the era that we're in is a time era of people getting more sensitive, like possibly being able to access different parts of your brain, hearing better, seeing better, feeling more. So it has the effect of like changing their DNA.
Indigo children.
Their aura, because like, you know, you can take a picture of someone's magnetic aura, color of it. So it was a lot of indigo, which is a higher frequency.
You can take a picture of somebody's what?
Aura.
Really? You can. So people saying like aura, and you see it in Avatar: The Last Airbender. You see it in like anime and stuff like that. You can actually track aura.
100%. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You can. Take
I've
a
never
picture of
heard about
someone's
that.
aura. Yeah.
How do you track aura, or how do you take a picture of it? Should we ask?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's ask.
I think it has something to do with magnetics.
Again,
Magnetics.
You're welcome. I'll be right here if you need more
Hey.
info during the show.
HUNU chat, we are going to be asking you about taking pictures and recording aura of human beings. Can you talk to us a little bit about that and use some data and some evidence real quick?
It is. It's really thinking about this. CIA probably.
So, when people talk about photographing human auras, the main technique is Kirlian photography. It creates a glowing effect around objects due to a high voltage electrical discharge. However, scientists say this glow is just ionized moisture or corona discharge, not a mystical energy field. Studies confirm there's no evidence these images represent actual life force or emotions. It's all physics.
It's kind of a vague answer.
But what is physics, though? ChatGPT. ChatGPT is just our understanding of how the universe works and how we're seeing stuff.
Right.
So we can call it physics or magic. Cool. That's cool.
Ionized. What they say?
That's how we were in class. We were like, asked the question and we were just gone.
Like that makes sense, kind of.
Let me see. Objects due to high voltage electrical discharge. Scientists say the glow is just ionized moisture. Okay,
But why would it be different colors?
Yeah, ionized moisture. Okay, whatever that. It's like they try to put these crazy words on it.
Yeah.
You call it aura or ionized. If you were to define ionized moisture,
Right.
that would be what aura is. The freaking physical state evaporating from your body.
Yeah.
Or Goku.
Oh, they call it plasma, I think, too.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Interesting. I definitely think people are becoming more sensitive, though, which is the point of, like, autism. And I also think some people are being misdiagnosed also on top of that.
Is there any,
I've
like,
seen it.
Is there a reward? Is there an incentive to diagnose a child with autism?
Yeah, you get to skip the lines at Disneyland.
Oh, that's true. You do get a couple fast passes. It's all for the Disney perks.
Nah, but I've seen it in my own life where people have been misdiagnosed. Not everyone. I'm just saying maybe a small percentage of people. And I also think that people are just more sensitive. There's a lot more going on. So like hearing 4 things at once might make people freak out. Obviously, there's people who are autistic, which is like a defect physically. Mm-hmm. But also the more high sensitive people, emotions, like would Andre 3000 be autistic? If he grew up in our age, they probably would label him autistic very quickly. But because he was in the 90s, you know, it was like he's just a little different. He's just sensitive. You know, or
like Van Gogh.
Right, like, you know, like he probably was
On the spectrum.
right.
Possibly.
Probably.
You feel like you're on the spectrum?
I think everyone is a little bit from what I've seen. Like, that's the point of a spectrum, right? You got to be on it.
You got to be on the spectrum, huh?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, would you just not on the spectrum at all? Like,
I
no.
am not. Honestly,
I mean, a little bit.
I know some people who are not on the spectrum.
Of
They're just like
ultra
straight
sensitive
NPCs.
See, I just don't
No
understand
sensitivity at all. Like there's just, hello, are you in there?
that. Yeah,
Come, be yourself real quick.
yeah,
Be yourself. It's okay. Be a little bit goofy. Be a little bit silly.
right.
But there's no emotion. I'm happy to say that I am on the spectrum. I think at least somewhere on there.
I think so too. Being ultra sensitive, but no, I mean, don't get us wrong. There's definitely autism. There's people that are like mute, and I have family members and everything. So I respect everything. My heart goes out to everyone who's dealing with that. That is really challenging. I've seen. Shout out to the mothers who like are locked in with their autistic children, bro. Like that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's a full time.
And fathers too.
And mothers and fathers.
My goodness. Shout out to y'all. We work with a couple
Autism schools.
autism schools out here in Arizona.
They like soda because you guys know that sugar has a very bad effect on the mind, especially someone who's ultra sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I was just talking to the food and beverage director over at Arizona Athletic Grounds. Her son loves soda, but she can't give it to him, or he'll start to spaz out, and so that's interesting. So we hopefully HUNU is a better substitute.
who knew?
Who knew?
All right, guys, let me get into this last point before commercial break. If you guys do want to subscribe to the Patreon, please do. We invite you to. We have a lot of backstage BTS, exclusive merch, even music on there, and you get to see Joshua's face. He's the one behind the cameras.
Some cool stuff on there.
Definitely some cool stuff. So I have this this topic about the power of words. So, you know, there's a famous Bible scripture that says life and death is in the power of the tongue, meaning like you speak things and things happen. It's not just words. Like words are powerful. And there was a scientist, Masaru Emoto, where he did a lot of research on the words being spoken to a sheet of water, and then those sheets of water would be frozen so you can study its crystals. So it's almost sematics, like the study of sematics is the effect of vibration on water. And what's just widely known in science is that it changes the structure of the water. The geometric patterns are different when you blast certain frequencies at water. They form real geometric frequencies or patterns, even sand. And so my point is humans are 60% water, 70-ish, right? 60, 70% water. What are the effects of the environment in the words that are being spoken to us? Could that potentially aid to positive, negative, just being told things or even telling ourselves things based on the science of vibration on the effects of water and structure?
And also plants too. I'm sure plants are
mostly
a
water.
higher percentage
Right.
of water than humans. And you told us about a study last time about how speaking
To the
words
plants.
to plants positive and then negatively affects the growth of that plant. So there's for sure.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Cap.
Words are important.
Words, thank you, Josh. I feel like words would hurt you more than sticks and stones would. Like physically, yes, that hurts.
Yeah. You subconsciously can heal from a broken bone. You consciously have to heal from
That's deep.
from words, and conscious healing way harder to do. You have to do it yourself. You break your toe, you just throw a wrap on there. A couple weeks later, you're going to be solid, and you didn't even have to think about it. All you had to do was wrap it.
So why does the body heal itself and the mind doesn't? That's really interesting.
Why does the body heal itself, but the mind doesn't? Willpower, you have control. Thank goodness that's how it is, too. Thank goodness that's how it is. Because if we didn't and there was something else that just time heals all, I don't know. I think there's some things you have to make a conscious
You have
effort.
to consciously heal your mind and spirit.
And so maybe that's an internal frequency. Is there any studies on like, so you speak your words, right? What if, you hear it all the time. You hear manifestation, you hear
Yeah.
fake it till you make it. I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah.
There's like an internal frequency that's affecting who you are,
Yeah.
how you grow, how you heal, how you turn out, how you react. So, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's interesting is like you can kind of make your reality in a way. To a certain degree. You can definitely make your reality. You can definitely
You can aid it.
right. You can kind of make things happen if based on what you believe and you tell yourself. So it's scary that like you could potentially make yourself sick
For sure.
or invite a bunch of disastrous events in your life based on the programming of your subconscious mind. Maybe someone told you like bad things always happen to you. Maybe you were 5 and it just stuck in your stomach, and it's like now you're just bad things always happen to me. Bad things always happen to me. Bad. You know, it's like it's just crazy that you can program somebody to have a life, almost like to have a specific expectation of what their life should be every single day. We need to start speaking better to people.
And people need to start speaking better to themselves.
I think as a father,
Question was from
Yeah.
Josh. How does that look like as a father to your children?
yeah, I think I see my children as myself when I was a kid, and I have to consciously see like, this is me. It's like I get the opportunity to raise myself, and so just like always speaking life to them. Like I'll grab their face sometimes. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're amazing. You're handsome. You're courageous. You can do it. And like they kind of laugh and get like that little shy feeling. But like just like now when I tell Judah like you're amazing, he's like yeah, and I like that. That's like super confident. Not that it's being boastful, but just like it shouldn't be a weird thing that someone says that you're amazing. Like why? You know what I mean? Like why is that such an awkward thing to take? Because people aren't coming around telling each other that they're beautiful. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You can do it. You're courageous. You're greatness. That should be like, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, almost.
And you are too.
And you are too.
Look at the people who are successful.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them believe that they are supposed to be successful.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they are successful.
Have you had an inherent like destiny kind of following you? Have you always felt like you have to do something big?
Mm-hmm. I'm telling myself that all the time. I know you do too.
From a child, though?
From a child, I've kind of felt like shoot for the stars, go for it. And it was a huge shout out to like my grandma and my mom for sure. There's just like, what do you want to be? Astronaut? Cool. You can be that. Fire. What do you want to be? A movie star? Cool. You can be that. You're great. You're this, you're that. And that has a huge effect on me as a child. And then what did Kanye say? We're still the kids we used to be. I put my head on the floor. It's like you're still that kid. You need to believe in yourself just as much as you were a kid. And it comes to how did your parents talk to you? How did the people around you talk to you? Did you have that confidence instilled in you? And definitely did from the people who were around me.
So from a stance of nature versus nurture, do you think that was your parents, grandma programming you, or was that possibly something that was already in you?
I think it's in all of us. So I would say it's in you for sure, but like every single plant has the ability to grow, and it grows towards the light. It grows towards the light. So it's up to it was my parents and my grandma, my grandpa to, hey, the light is this way, and move some of the darkness out of the way and say, hey, this is where you should grow. And I think that's what you're doing with Judah and Joyous and Jeru is like,
Yeah.
I don't know if we should. Do you want their names out there?
Yeah, okay.
We can blur that part out, but yeah, you guys.
No, it's good.
It was kind of a combination. We all have every single plant has the ability to grow.
Yeah. It just needs to be under the right environment.
Under the right environment, so it can grow towards the light the right way.
Dang. If you guys have kids or access to kids, nephews, nieces, grandkids, neighborhood kids, speak life to them when you can. Because they're the most malleable state. Their brains aren't developed. You speak to them, you might change the geometry of their brain, literally.
And that's what scares me about social media. Who knows what they're seeing? They're seeing 100 different things in 18 seconds. Here's a different perspective.
Boy, that motion even makes me feel like...
Yeah, here's a different perspective. Here's different words. Here's how you should feel. Here's how this demographic of people thinks about men. Here's what this demographic thinks about women. Here's how you should think. Here's how you should think. Constantly, over and over and over again. Not just to kids, too, to me as well.
Ultra programming.
Oh, my goodness, man. When it comes to guarding that light, it's never been more hard. It's never been more hard.
Dang. Well, with that being said, guys, why don't you think about that for a quick second? Possibly delete your app during this commercial break. Delete your TikTok app and your Instagram app.
Upgrade the parameters of the parental controls if you're a parent, for sure. Please watch that.
Y'all got about 30 seconds to do that. We'll be right back. See you soon.
This episode is sponsored by HUNU Soda. HUNU Soda is the healthiest soda ever invented. You can ask your mom, a molecular biologist, your auntie, doesn't matter. It's facts. Let me tell you why. This soda has 97% water sweetened with agave syrup and monk fruit. Also, it's added Irish sea moss, ace roller cherry, and sea salt for added vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes that are from whole food sources.
Dayton, so you're telling me that I can drink a soda that's good and it's good for me?
No, I'm telling you that you could drink 3, 4, 5, or 6 sodas that are good and are good for you.
Who knew?
Go to HUNUsoda.com and purchase today.
Go to HUNUsoda.com and purchase today. Guys, if you did not know, HUNU Soda is me and Braben's company. In all transparency, we met playing college football, and we decided to make a soda that was good for you. And so we set out to do that, and it was a process. We hired people. We raised some money from some angels, it felt like, and came to the process of a soda that is enhanced with superfoods. So Irish sea moss, sea salt, acerola cherry, mostly water, sweetened with agave syrup. It's a super good for you soda. Go to HUNUsoda.com. That's genuinely me and Braben's product. So, yeah, but thank you for coming into the show, for tuning in. We have some beautiful questions to get into. If you just tuned in, check out our socials, watch HUNU and HUNU Soda, and our Patreon is where we invite you guys to come support us directly and be a part of our community.
Well said. Were you just talking about soda, sir?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Okay. Talk to me.
Did you know
Okay.
soda is the most consumed type of beverage in America? Only behind bottled water.
Wow.
Wow.
So a lot of people are still drinking soda. How many people?
Average American
Yeah.
drinks 30 to 40 gallons
What, a year?
of soda per year.
Dang.
Fact.
Okay, so potentially people do. We did a lot of research on soda.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what soda could be and how soda originated.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that humans have an inherent desire to drink carbonated beverage is not a bad thing.
People like it.
It's just what
I like it.
I love it. The bubbles, the fizz, the sweet. It's just what the soda industry had turned soda into, which is why 32 to 40 gallons of a year of soda is like almost deadly.
Big soda. Almost, for sure.
Dang.
That's been a constant increase since soda was. It's been a constant increase. So has freaking cancer rates and dementia rates. I don't care. It's a direct correlation.
Yeah, it is.
And
It is.
average and it's just the whole wellness trend is just happening in the last like 5 years, maybe, being generous too, because there's still people who are like, whatever. It's like they have this soda has this incredible pull on American society, global society, like how you just said, that sparkling, that like fizz with some taste. It's fun. It's a cool experience. Unfortunately, that cool experience has been paired with detrimental health effects. And every single not every single American, the average American is 30 to 40 gallons a year. That's addiction.
That's addiction.
That's addiction for sure. Only behind bottled water. And that's why we built HUNU. It's
Right,
like,
yeah.
if we can, now imagine if it was 30 to 40 gallons of superfood soda a year. What
Yeah.
would be I cannot wait to see the study on that.
Double up.
And that's our goal.
IQ is higher.
It's not to kill soda. It's just to turn it into a force for good.
I mean, why would somebody not see that stat and say, let's make a healthier soda that makes people healthier?
Yeah, if people love soda,
Right.
okay, let's just, and it's simple. Let's just make it.
It's a
good
couple
for you.
simple changes.
It's a couple simple changes, and we figured it out. We can't wait to we want that stat to stay there. Honestly, I want that stat to stay there. 30 to 40%. 30 to 40 gallons a year, but just change the type of soda that you're drinking. Not that hard, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
it is. I don't know.
we did the studies in the understanding of the history of soda. So I guess maybe money is the reason why people would turn something good for you into something bad for you. I still don't really understand the maliciousness behind why somebody would mass produce poison for a couple of dollars, like more. Like, cause like you can still make it cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like ours is a little bit more expensive per cost to a Coca-Cola, but like that's a simple change. Corn syrup, that's a simple change. It'll be a little bit more expensive possibly, but like there has to be a malicious intent behind it. It can't just be money.
Cause why? Maybe they didn't. Here, let's give them. There's two possible answers to that. There's two possible answers in my opinion to that. One, let's give them some grace. They didn't know that putting 40 grams of sugar in a can and getting people addicted to it was going to be this bad for people.
Okay.
Maybe they didn't know that.
Benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt.
Why have they not changed it? Benefit of the doubt out the window. I'm doubting the benefit now.
Exactly. I'm doubting the benefit.
I'm not benefit of the doubt.
I'm not giving you. Exactly. Give me that back.
I'm giving you the doubt of the benefit.
So there has to be a reason.
Malicious intent.
Big soda and big food is connected with big pharma and big health.
Big everything.
Big everything.
Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Super size me, please.
Yeah. Big sugar.
Big everything.
Big pharmaceutical subscription.
Dude. Yeah, which is crazy. I was just watching this thing earlier today on the topic of like food is medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just saying that, like, you know, people have been using herbs and spices forever, and sickness has never been this bad. But, like, it's illegal to use a lot of herbs and spices and even, like, mental medicine, too. That are just plants. It's illegal, and now mental health is at an all-time high. Sickness is at an all-time high. And we have, like, this nuance of, like, soda. That's like, you're drinking 40 gallons of soda a year, and you have depression. And like, it doesn't seem that serious because life is so busy. It seems like, oh, I'm just having a can of soda. But it's like, that's not helping your
Which I understand as a human being.
No, I get it.
Some type of release.
Sometimes, yeah. It's important.
And it's up to the companies that are creating those releases to don't make it a poisonous release.
Yeah.
It is so freaking simple.
It is. I mean, if you haven't tried a HUNU soda, it tastes just like a regular soda.
You'll see.
Which is why we're saying it's not hard to make a simple ingredient change.
Yeah.
You can have sweetness without high fructose corn syrup.
30 grams of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a very simple switch.
Or aspartame or aspartame.
Aspartame.
Yeah. And
Very
then there's the conversation where it's like, it's such a little amount of aspartame. Like you'd have to drink
40 gallons
You'd
of
have to
it.
drink 20 gallons of. Right.
Exactly my point.
So not to get at you diet soda drinkers, but
Yeah.
I'm getting at you.
The diet soda is crazy. Diet soda? That's like eating diet cake. Like, just because you put diet in front of the word does not make it better for you. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of agave?
Right.
You ever heard of maple syrup?
Right.
Even honey. We joke about honey all the time, like maybe we should leave the bees alone.
Right.
But even honey is better for you. Like, there's mushrooms that are sweet. There's monk fruit. There's a bunch of natural things in nature that are sweet.
Sorry to hear, guys.
High fructose corn and syrup don't even go together. What is high fructose corn?
Artificial flavor?
The syrup of a high fructose corn?
Yeah.
That's what we're using?
That's what we're using. And then you're making it. You're just making it too. Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't seem logical.
Promise we will never
Never
I
do
don't
that.
care how big the demand is. Because if that's what they're going to say, well, the demand is so big, we need something that's more scalable.
Okay, then
Chemical juice? Chemical bubble juice?
Come on, man.
No, thank you, brother. There's better options than that. But yeah, crazy stat. Right behind water. So we're not just doing this for fun.
Water and plastic is another topic.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we'll talk about microplastics
Yeah.
and potential solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my next topic is actually a fun one. The University of Western Australia proved through the study of pea plants that plants grow toward the sound of water. So they tested it. they played the sound of water.
It's over here.
No moisture, though. It was just the sound. No moisture.
No moisture.
Just the sound of water.
Okay. So it was on a speaker.
Yeah. And the plants grew toward it. Interesting, right? So plants are alive and conscious.
What's your take?
I think I need water. You have any?
They are alive.
They are alive.
You think they're conscious?
I think so. The only reason why I say that is because how would the plant grow toward the sound of water? That means you have to be hearing something, and you have to have some type of reaction in your DNA or whatever, that says move there, grow over there. There has to be some type of signal being fired. Where's that signal coming from? Unless they're being controlled. Uh-oh.
Hey, HUNU chat. Why do plants grow towards the sound of water?
It's pretty wild, right? Plants actually pick up on vibrations in the soil. When water is moving, like in pipes or underground streams, it creates subtle acoustic signals. Roots have been shown to grow in that direction, basically following the sound of water because, well, that's where the hydration jackpot is. It's a survival hack encoded into their biology.
I like how she explained that. A survival hack encoded into their biology.
Vibrations. You were talking about that at the beginning of the show.
So the plants are conscious,
They feel it.
sensitive enough to feel the vibrations and move toward them.
Frequency vibrations.
Nature is crazy.
Nature is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy. What's our water? What are
Money.
me and you growing towards right now?
A lot of money.
It's money, huh?
It is. All humans. I mean, we look at people we talk about it all the time. You look at a highway, where's everybody going and where are they coming from? Money. Regardless of, maybe sometimes they're going towards a loved one that they need to see.
Does money have a frequency? Like if you had a dollar bill,
Does money have a frequency?
if you had a dollar bill and you did the same thing, figured out there's frequencies in here, frequency in water, frequency vibrations. I wonder what that's frequency is. That vibration looks like
Of money.
of money.
I don't think that the paper would have a frequency. I don't think.
What if it's like?
But-
What if it's like?
It has to be.
It shows like evil or something like that.
I think. Let me ask. Hey, HUNU chat.
I got you.
HUNU chat.
No.
Sorry. HUNU chat. I have a quick question. Make it quick though too. I'm not fond of AI, but if money were to have a frequency or an emotion toward the need to get money, what type of emotion or intent could we measure to see what the frequency of money is?
All right, keeping it real quick for you. If we're talking about the human side of it, the frequency of money would reflect emotions like desire, security, or even anxiety. Psychologically, we measure things like financial stress or sense of abundance. Those are the emotional gauges of how people relate to money. So if money had a vibe, we'd probably be tuning into those feelings to measure it.
Not really a vibe though. What is like? Has anyone ever studied the frequency of like a dollar bill?
So no one's found an actual frequency in a physical sense, like radio waves of a dollar bill. But people do study how money psychologically affects brain activity. Neurologists look at how seeing money triggers reward centers, almost like how we respond to something we desire. So if we're talking frequency as in human reaction, that's all about how money lights up our brain's craving circuits.
So from what I got from that is abundance or lack. If you have all the money, then that's a good vibration right there. You feel like
No way. No
fire
way.
alarm?
Guys, this is serious. This is not a drill at all. This is a fire alarm right now in the middle of the show. We're probably going to have to pick up
Yeah, let's.
Let's just see what happens.
We might
and-
have to run all the cameras out before the fire gets us.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll be right back.
We'll be
We're
right
not gonna
back.
cut to ad. We're gonna cut to something else.
Yeah.
Make sure that your fire extinguisher's under your bed. We'll be right back. It was just a fire drill. It wasn't a real fire. We're gonna do a random freestyle about the fire drill. This time, Braven is having to do it.
Okay.
You gotta.
Random freestyle.
You have to communicate what just happened through freestyle only.
Great. Here we go. And I'll pick the beat.
Random freestyle.
Oh, I gotta connect back to Bluetooth because we had to leave the building. This is real, guys. This is raw.
Here, I got you. Come on,
I got it right here. Don't worry.
put it through the mic. Here, I'll put it through the mic. Okay.
Watch
All
this.
right. All right. Say less, guys. That was a real fire drill, though.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you
was
for
for
coming.
real.
We have the hottest show, and
Literally.
they thought the stage was on fire. I mean,
We were talking about some crazy stuff.
big soda.
Guys, you saw what we were talking about.
Oh me, big soda.
And then all of a sudden, fire drill?
come on, somebody. So
Hey.
hot topic for real.
Yeah, let's talk about that, Day. Let's talk about that.
Random freestyle.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Braven. Fire drill.
Ooh, that's fast. Hold on. You know what?
Ooh, that's hard though. Ooh, ooh. That's hard.
Random freestyle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, had to slow it
Hey.
down for him.
Hey,
Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go.
hey. Freestyle drill, fake, not a liar.
Ooh.
Show is hot, man. This show is on fire.
Yeah.
We got too much sauce. We are so inspired.
So inspired.
We like that, boy, we're so much higher.
So much higher.
HUNU soda, nutrients in a can.
In a can.
We feel so believe. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Thomas Tank Engine. Believe I can.
I believe I can.
Believe I can.
Woo.
Believe I can.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm in a story.
Woo.
Cannot take it from me.
Woo.
Going for the glory.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm really running. Then I start flying. Boy, I start frying. Wait, these big soda, big farmers talking, man, they lying. Boy, they cap.
Cap.
Yeah, that's cap.
Yeah, that's cap.
We just pulled up on a made
Joshua,
it
hit
rap.
that.
Cap.
Cap.
Hit that day. Yeah.
Fire drill. This is not a drill. Big soda lion they ain't real. And we got a lot of nutrients in the can still. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big soda, that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like Big Soda had the CIA come to this auditorium and you know that they had to play. They like, oh no, I don't like what they talking about, so we gotta pray. We finna hit the fire drill. Now they gotta leave where they stay. Let's go. We was
Let's
outside. We was outside.
We was outside.
We had a can of soda in the hand. We had to sip it.
Civic.
I don't know why they did a fire drill. I think it's indifferent.
think it's indifferent.
It's okay. I ain't sipping Sprite. I'm still sipping.
Boy, they tripping.
Who knew soda?
What?
Who knew soda?
Who knew soda?
Who knew show?
Who knew?
It ain't over.
It ain't over.
Big,
Big,
not little.
not little.
Nice,
Nice.
not mean.
Think about this soda in your hand. Make the right choices. Boy, I know you can.
I know you can.
Girl, I know you can. Man, I know you can.
I know it.
Lady, I know you can. Believing in I am.
Mama.
Who knew soda? Who knew soda?
Oh, that's hard right there. I like that though. I
We
like
had to
that.
drop the fire drill. Hey, that's what the freestyle segment is now called.
Fire drill.
Fire drill randomly. I'll
like
pull
that,
it
man.
up
Make
at
some
any
noise.
point in time.
Let's go. We got one more topic before we got interrupted. I believe so.
Yes, we do. We got one more topic. Let me find my little note cards.
Where's the note cards?
Where's the note?
If you guys are
cards?
just tapping in after the fire drill, this is Who Knew, the show where we talk about discovery questions, topics, understandings, research, and give our high-level opinion on everything and anything.
Yeah, we'll make it quick too. This is the last little stat I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Kanye West was 30 years old when he dropped Graduation?
I know that because you say it sometimes.
Yes, 30 years old. He dropped Graduation, one of his probably his best work. He won his Grammy at 27, 28. Jeff Bezos didn't start Amazon until 30. Didn't even start Amazon until 30.
Okay.
I feel like there's this stigma about like if you haven't made it by 22, wrap it up, Unc. And that's just that's one of the worst things I think about social media is that people like it makes people quit too early due to comparison of like different timelines of different people, and it puts it in this. Me personally, like I've had to struggle with that too, and that's so lame. That's such a bad stigma to have, or I guess perspective on the world. And you see some of the most successful people, they didn't start till 27 or really start to get going 27, 28, 29, and those are the people that are still around. That's the value. Those are the creations, the inventions, the music, the art that's still around today. And I think there's something to like value taking time, being patient, building, understanding who you are so that you can truly grow into whatever your purpose is. And that takes a long time. That's like the most important thing that you're going to be able to do in your life is grow into your purpose and then attack it. You are not behind. You're right on time. You're right where you need to be. Just find your purpose and grow into it. If that takes a year, awesome, lit. Sustain it forever. If it takes 10, cool. Because you could be the next Jeff Bezos, you could be the next Kanye, you could be the next you. Just take your time.
I like that. That actually made me feel a lot better, right? I feel like I do struggle with the race, like it's a fire under your butt. It's like I gotta hurry up so I can get it while I'm young. And I just don't think that's not. I think that where we get it from is one, sports. You turn 22,
right?
You're typically a professional now. Like you're expected at 22 in sports to be like successful. Same with music. A lot of times they find the youngest artist, the young artist, because I think they do that because I think that they either want you to be in your youthful prime or they want to take advantage of you as a young person. So it would make more sense that you're older, you're more wise, you can't be taken advantage of in the same way. I'm not as naive as I was when I was 19.
Yeah. It's definitely easier to, like, if you're a younger person, like it's just straight up. If you're creating something, it's definitely harder to create something rather than to be plugged into something that's already existing. And that time period of you creating and building and making that foundation, whatever it is, and failing, it's like every single day, it's like, dang, it gets harder and harder. I could go grab this job real quick. I could go sign this contract. And then, I know, huh? Yeah, maybe not. It's kind of hard. That was a little insensitive, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But yeah, so it's like that day by day, that inch by inch. It's like if you're creating something of value, it's going to take more time.
Yeah, and
So
there's
patient.
There's older people. I think Maya Angelou was. Samuel L. Jackson was
46.
A little bit older.
Samuel L. Jackson was 46 before he had his breakout.
Right.
46.
I mean,
imagine chasing a dream for another 20 years. From our age right now, another 20 years of chasing.
I think Jelly Roll, he just won a
Roll
Grammy,
talks
didn't he,
about
or
that.
something?
Yeah,
He's
Jelly
like
Roll talks about that too.
40 something. I just think that people don't care as much nowadays, bro. Like,
I think you hit it right on the head too. Sports plays a big role into that.
Yeah.
Like from our personal like experiences. It's like if you're an athlete, it's like, dang. Yes, you probably at 24 you need to have a contract for sure.
Or
but
else,
that's because it's only your physical attributes.
Physical.
Right. There's so
Prime.
much more to your prime.
Yeah.
Than physical attributes.
Mental, emotional. I think emotional prime is
creatively.
Right, because then you start to you understand yourself more. And then it's like, okay, I am not as eager to do stupid things. And I feel a little bit more calm, less needy. I don't feel desire to be seen. Things I think that come as you get older, you know? So, hey, maybe everybody should wait till they're like 30 to like figure out what the heck they want to do.
30s are the new 20s.
30s are the new 20s.
But that's what's crazy is to figure out what you want to do, you got to try. You got to go through trial and error. You got to go through the fire. And if you're trying to do something cool, if you're trying to do something crazy, that fire's going to be hot.
Yeah.
That fire's going to be hot. But it's cool to know that you got other people that have done it before. We're not you're not the first to do it. You're not the first to be in that fire and be like, dang, I've been in here for a minute.
I'm getting old.
I'm cooking. You see some burn marks and stuff like that. You're right where you need to be.
This is
brothers and sisters.
Not an organized topic, but getting older, I heard, was actually your bone marrow cooking.
What?
Like when you're young, your bone marrow is white, and then when you're old, your bone marrow slowly becomes like brown, like yellow.
Deteriorating?
Think about it. When you
Even
put
know
a
what bone
potato,
marrow is.
yeah, it's like the inside of the bone. So it's
Is
like
it a fluid?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I think it's like a tissue or something.
Okay.
But to think about it, when you put something in the oven, it gets all wrinkly.
Mm-hmm. And brown.
Old people get wrinkly, and they shrivel. It's like heat.
Mm.
It's like you low key.
I wonder-
cooking.
I wonder if like when we become a space bearing civilization, because people are in space, I wonder if they'll live longer because they're not being cooked. They're not. Maybe heat has something to do with it. And
I mean, think about
too.
it. You freeze somebody. What happens? You preserve them.
You preserve it. You freeze a piece of meat.
You preserve it.
You preserve it. You think that's how we're gonna do time travel?
Temperature?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There's this book called Three Body Problem. You can choose. It's only for the wealthy, more well off. You can choose to just hypersleep, basically. Like you can go and be frozen in a chamber, and you can choose a date when you want to wake up. Like 200 years in the future, 300 years in the future. Like if you don't have anything, you could just be like, nah, I'm going to pay for this, and I'm going to just meet everybody in the future and see how it goes.
That's interesting.
Crazy. Would you? No, you couldn't. Because what if you got kids?
I would freeze unless I froze everybody. But then, like, what happens if you wake up in a horrible time?
Mm-hmm. That's what happens.
That would be, I wouldn't do it. I don't want to play with nature like that yet. It got to be way more calculated. Trials. I need to know for sure. I'm not finna be test subject number 7.
Imagine being the first person to do it.
Just stay asleep forever.
Oh, man. Imagine being the first person to try super sleep.
We can't dethaw this one. You just sitting there bricked up.
Pause.
Big pause. Brick the whole body just shattered him.
Would you
Did you
sleep?
drop top?
Yeah.
Did you drop him top?
He wakes up. He has like his arms broken. We're like, nah, dude, you've been fine. No one's touched you.
If you want to be cryogenically frozen, you come to the HUNU show. You subscribe to our Patreon. We have subscription tiers. The last one, it's $500,000. You get to see Josh's face, and you get the first availability to the cryopod sleep.
Yeah. We're working with some pretty insane global government agencies, and they've entrusted us to find 1,000 people to sign up for the very first cryo sleep chamber. So
it comes with a HUNU.
It comes with a HUNU too. You wake up with a 6-pack. You wake up with a 6-pack, and we will not change the flavor. So who knows? 200 years into the future, your 6-pack of HUNU could be double its price.
What would happen if you had an IV with carbonated water? Would that? I don't know why I just thought that. Could we put HUNU in the IV?
You would turn out to be like that kid from Willy Wonka.
You're not supposed to put nitrogen in your blood, I don't think. Interesting.
Oh, that.
The kid from Willy Wonka that got all big. Man, shout out to y'all, man. I think that's it, man. I really want to wrap it up with this man real quick.
Yeah, we have no musical guests today, but next week we're gonna have somebody, which is gonna be really fun. We're gonna try to have some more musical guests, so we don't always have to call Dayton Jackson, aka Kid Friendly, every time. And that is our show for today. Mid fire drill, we hit the fire drill. It went awesome. Let us know your thoughts on all of these subjects we talked about. We try to lead with facts and then base our opinions after. So if you guys have a different opinion, we love to hear it. And we will see you guys very soon.
Yeah, let's freestyle out. Ooh,
We're freestyling out?
Ooh. Random beat. Question mark on my
Ooh,
feet.
That's
10
hard.
toes on the street. Big hard concrete. Yeah, you know what it is. You know what it isn't. Yeah, life is a prism.
What?
Yeah, plants follow the water, so you know that they listen. Yeah, Jeff Bezos did not discover he was 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was in a cryogenically frozen sturdy little pod. Ooh, we got the HUNU pod. Yeah, we got the Patreon. $500,000 songs. If you want to see Josh's face,
Come along, come along, come along.
Yeah.
Follow the story.
Yeah.
Chasing the glory.
What?
Chasing the glory.
I love my mama. She had me. She was happy. She gave me a lot of GMO foods, but I still made it out. I'm on a HUNU podcast with you. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. This is the exit song.
Ooh.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Boy, just get it on.
Get it?
Don't turn it off. Boy, just keep us on.
Michael Jackson, moonwalking. They just walked on the moon.
Ugh.
I don't think it was real. Them pictures looked like cartoons.
Whoa.
I would go on the moon.
Whoa.
Tell an alien what it do.
Do.
Now he's up in the ocean.
What?
I look like a Shamu.
Ooh. Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew?
HU
Who knew?
and you.
Who knew?
HUNUsoda.com.
Who knew?
6-pack to your house.
Who knew?
Only like $17. You know what it been about. Let's get
Who
it.
knew?
We gone, man.
Peace out.